Hi guys, another van. Oh, and isn't it a lovely one? Volkswagen Transporter this time. Had our full conversion package again. So this video is a bit of a double purpose one. What I'm going to do is, it's obviously a video to show you our latest conversion, but I'm also going to use it to show you what you get in our conversion package and the extras that you can add on. I've tried to put everything in the package that I think you need, and then the extras are things that I think you are going to want, but they're also things that you don't have to add straight away. You can add them later. From a technical point of view, we can add them later, and a financial point of view, you can save up for them. So I think what I'll do first of all is I'll spin that seat around so you can have a good look at it. I'll get out of the way and the camera lady can have a bit of a pan around, and then I'll point out the extras so you know straight away what's an extra, so you're not wondering, oh, is that included, is that included? Because I don't know about you, but I hate it when you're sort of looking at something and you're like, you get to the end, you're like, oh, that wasn't included, that wasn't included. Anyway, so I'll spin that seat around, you'll have a quick pan round, and I'll talk through it. And just let me lock that bed in the recline position. There we go. So as we discussed on the last video, we only use this style swivel seat now. Oh, this one. So we don't bother with the other style of swivel base now. We're just not worth it compared to these. These are worth the extra. There you go. You have a quick pan around and I'll talk you through it. Okay, cool. Just notice if this board's too high, I'm just going to drop that down to where it should be. There we go. There we go. Okay, so like I say, I'm going to point out the extras that are above the standard package first, so you know what you actually get in. You get a swivel seat in all our packages, and if you ask me nicely, I might even include the upgraded one over the other one. So, diesel heater, that's an upgrade. We use the auto term, we recommend it. We fit them there on the Transporter, easier to work on, easy to service. Cupboard, end cupboard, really handy space, that's an extra. The shelf, customers added the shelf on this one. I prefer a shelf to a cupboard. With a cupboard, if you open it, you're trying to find something. It could be anywhere. With a shelf, you can see where it is. The rails for the bed, it's currently locked in place at the moment. I'll unlock it in a bit and we'll slide it back and forth, showing you the space it creates. Also means that your passengers, instead of being sat here when you're travelling, can be sort of sat here so you can hear them better. The LED lights down the bottom, and finally the awning on the side. Oh sorry, no, Tana Porky, and the coloured canvas. You get the scenic canvas as standard that unzips, but the coloured canvas is an upgrade too. So everything else you see is included as standard. So where should we start? Should we start that side, work our way around again? So again, if you go back to our last video we did with the Transit Custom that had the garage in the back, I talked about why we prefer this seat. It just works so much better. One of the things I like about it is that you can sit on it there like that. So, like fishermen for example, you know, if you're parked next to your lake, you can be sat here with your rods out, especially if you've got your awning too. You literally can be sat here watching your rods. And even if it's raining, if you're not fishing, you've got your views all out in front of you. Just nice. I like it. And it's much easier to operate. I mean, you've seen how easy I'm spinning this. Look at that. That is how easy it is to spin around. See, it's practically effortless. So We have our auto turn diesel heater, which is on the comfort controller. So with that we've got the timer function and the thermostat function. We have our Dometic fridge freezer with the removable, I'm going to mess this up on camera, now I am. There we go. It's got the removable freezer function, so you have a much bigger fridge if you don't need ice cubes, but you need ice cubes for your gin, don't you? So you probably want that. We have our drawer. Drawer's a drawer, nothing exciting about a drawer. Essential, just not exciting. Then we have our SMEV. This is the slimline one. So this is the 9722. It's a bit smaller on the actual overall size, but you don't lose any burner or sink size because they've actually got, it's a smaller frame that it sits in. On the like the 922s and the Lavanders, all the innards are the same size, but it's actually the frame, so you gain a little bit more worktop space. So if you're going to have a short wheelbase van, I really recommend that you have the I've got the numbers wrong now, the 9722, because you get this extra worktop space. And there's our cold water tap. Okay. So under here we have our fresh water and our waste. And again, something you've probably heard me say before, gas locker there. Don't like it at the back. All my years as a firefighter, I don't like gas bottles in the crumple zone. I like it there. You've seen how easy that is to undo. I can reach in and I can turn my gas bottle off when I finish cooking. And then you know it's safe, no leaks. Simple as that. Going up to our control panel, I'll turn them all off, start from the beginning. On the end, there's our spotlights over the cupboard, so when we're rummaging around we can have a look, we can find what's in there. The middle one does the under shelf light. I'll just turn it on and off again so you can see if I'm not in the way, and also our little ambient lighting down below. And then finally we have the N1, which does our battery voltage gauge. We put that on a switch because it's too bright at night to sleep with. However, you can use that to your advantage. If you want to go for a whittle in the night, rather than turning the main lights on, if you just turn that on, it makes a brilliant night light. It's bright enough for you to see what you're doing, but not too bright that you wake everybody else up. And obviously you saw next to that there, we also have a 3-pin 230 volt socket for when we are connected to the mains via hookup. Okay, so this van's also got the blinds as well actually. Sorry, I forgot that. So the customer's gone for blinds rather than curtains. Look a bit more modern, purely personal taste. I personally like curtains. Tends to be a bit of a mix. The transporter people tend to like the blinds, the transit custom people tend to like curtains. So we've got our timber door there with our big storage cupboard. It's currently got our table base in there. Moving on to the bed, we're going that way around the bed. You saw that this board was on Velcro. It's obviously got its door there, and you've got a lot of storage under there, and that can be accessed front and back. But we also put these on Velcro. You see that's a massive space. So if you've got something much bigger that you want to access under there, you know, you can actually fit a couple of bike wheels under there. So putting the bed into the bed position. As simple as that, and that's our 6-foot bed. And then putting it away, it is on a gas strut, so it goes away really easy. That's the bed away. So this bed's actually got a bit of a nice little feature, so you can alter the what do you call it? The recline feature. The recline feature. So rather than being sat bolt upright all the time, which is comfy for travelling, you can actually, I'll go from one extreme to the other just to show you. There we go. So you can actually recline it. So when you've got where you're going, if you want to sit back and enjoy the world going by, or even have a nap, you can go there. And it's variable at, I think it's about 7 or 8 positions in between as well. There we go. So, if you can just jump in, I'll show you this side of the van. So we're going over to lights again. That one operates the 3 lights down here. And we put that light switch there, so when you come back to the van at night or even during the day, you haven't got to get in the van and reach across to there to get the lights, and you might have muddy feet or wet feet or anything, so you want to be able to just open the door, reach in and turn them on. And by putting these 2 lights here just above the door, when you turn those on, it actually illuminates out there really well. There's also a 12 volt socket just underneath there. There's also a 12 volt socket there, and there is a double USB there. So that should stop the kids arguing over who's charging the phone first. Okay. Back over to this side, we have our reading light, and at the back, we'll just turn this one off, we have another light. Now this is really good for, it's good for reading behind you, but it's also good for if you're doing stuff outside the back of the van. It's hard to get it during the day, but at night time that really illuminates that area of the van really well. So I'll just turn that off for now. So what should we go next? Bedboards. Something we do a little bit different is the bedboards. I see lots and lots of vans that have the bedboard as one board, albeit on struts, or it might be hinged in the middle. I think it's a bit of a waste of space, because once that board's up, you can't do anything with it. So what we do is we chop it into 4 pieces. Now you can see 3 of them now. The 4th one is just on top. So the idea is this. Once you put your pop top up, and let's just say that that was there, I'm trying not to drop it on myself. So once you've got where you're going, the idea is that, like I said, ordinarily that would have to go up if it was one board. But as these are 4 individual boards, if I do that, I've now got a massive space for storing like your mattress, your bedding, your clothes, food, whatever. But you can see I can still stand up. So I can still cook, make a brew, get dressed. No, it doesn't stop me sitting down, because this is dead space above your head anyway. You can't stand up here anyway. You might have little kids, and in that case you could put 3 boards there, so they can still sleep up there, so they can go to bed a bit earlier than us, and you can still make a brew. You can still get dressed, you can still stand up. It means that once someone goes to bed, you don't have to. So anyway, I think that works really well, and most people, when they come and see us and we show them that, they have it, and then they go away, and the feedback is always really positive about it. So let's go around to the back. Twin sliding windows on this one. Table storage on the back door, whether you've got a barn doors or a tailgate, that's where we put the table storage. So again, the boards, again, on Velcro, as you can see, that is a huge space. That is a huge storage space we've got there. Okay, so if you just pan back a little bit, camera lady. I'm just going to show you how much space you get. So I've only got one of those fastened for the sake of speed of filming. I'm just going to put this out of the way for a second. Me personally, that board there, I leave mine in the garage. It never comes with me. It looks pretty, but for practical terms, that is a better having it as an open space. So bed on rails. There you go. You see the space that creates. So if you've got awnings, you know, inflatable awnings, wind out awnings, dog crates, inflatable kayaks, what's the other thing? They sit on the paddle boards, inflatable, the SUPs, that's the one, stand-up paddle boards, they fit in here really well. You can also sit here as well, again, you know, again, fishermen, it works really well for that type of thing as well. Or even just having a brew, looking out the back. If it's chucking down the rain and you've got a tailgate, you still sit here and take the world in. On the back, have the cab divider curtains. I find that a bit cosier than having individual curtains. Just seems that little bit cosier at night, having the full curtain there. It hides any metal or anything like that. Even if you carpet it like we've done on this one with the full board, I still think it just looks that bit cosier. So, and if you go around to the front, you'll just see how much closer the passengers are to the driver while you're driving. So you can see if you've got kids and or even just your friends and stuff, you can have a much nicer conversation while you're driving somewhere rather than being sat at the back. Especially in the long wheelbases. In the long wheelbases, you're a good distance from the front, and after a while, it just gets hard work shouting at each other. So the difference in having a conversation like this is so much nicer. One last thing at the back. Good jack for the Volkswagen. Got to go in a minute. Just in this cupboard here. So you get the two cupboards. The top cupboard, which you access from the timber door. You can't really see it on the camera because it's dark in there, but that's all for your nice clean stuff. And at the bottom is where your leisure battery, some of your electrics and things like that are stored. You can put like dirty things in there, like your hookup lead and things like that. And I think that's it. Think about down to the nice part. So, you see how easy these move. Yeah, that is how easy they move. So that is it. So this is one of our full conversions. So we've discussed the extras, the rails, the awning. It's a bit windy today, so I'm not going to get the awning out. If you look at one of our other videos, we've got an awning out, but you know what an awning looks like. We've got the diesel heater, the shelf, the light, the extra window, and the coloured canvas. Yes, yeah. This customer also actually has had the suede finish on this roof. It's a pain to do. Please don't ask for it. You can have it. You can have whatever you want, but yeah, it is lovely. It feels lovely. So there is that as well. But other than that, this is what you get. The upholstery. This is our standard finish. You know, it's gorgeous. We don't have any different levels of upholstery. This is what you get. The carpet lining, the woodwork. We only know one level, and that is our level. The flooring, we only use the ultra hard. The hardware in commercial grade. We always use new plastic trim steps. You just come down here, camera lady. We always put new trim steps in when we do them, both side and back. I think that is it. I think that literally is it. So have a look at our other videos. There's lots of different things there you'll see on there. All the colours in the world for you to choose from. That's probably your hardest thing, is to choose your colours. We can help you with that. We've got a good eye for that now. We sort of know what we're doing. Yeah, have a look through the videos. So like and share, subscribe, because we put new ones on every couple of weeks. And so if you are looking for ideas, you might see something that just takes your fancy, or you might think, oh, I like those seats but not that wood. I like that wood but not those seats. And if you've got any questions, the best place to get hold of us is Facebook. That's where we are most busy. We're always on there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.